Don't get me wrong, the quality is great. It's always been amazing. But I can't lie, I have been thinking about something new. Something slimmer with a smaller form factor. I mean, to be real, it's 2021 and you're looking a little thick. I just need some time. I need some time to think. Okay, see where we are today. 788 subscribers, not bad, right? I mean, right? It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. 20K, I could smell 20K. But anyway, today we are talking about the DJI Osmo Action. It's been out for about 2 years now, and it got me wondering, is it a worthy camera in 2021? Let's go do some push-ups. Seriously, I have been thinking about the Insta360 Go 2. I don't know if it's the size, it's so tiny, or what, but I've been thinking about it. And the DJI Osmo Action just feels so big now. Now that that's done, look, I totally stand by what I said about this camera. But it's 2021, and I'm just wondering, like, is it worth it? So again, is the DJI Osmo Action worth it in 2021? Now, I don't know, but let's talk about it. Yo, what's up guys? I'm Sky. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button because today we are gonna be talking about the DJI Osmo Action. And believe it or not, this camera is almost 2 years old. Now, in my last video, if you didn't check it out, go check it out. I mean, not right now, but later. In my last video, I brought up the DJI Osmo Action and how it's only about $200. So comparing it to prices of like the Gopro Hero 9, which is like $450, and then the brand new Insta360 Go 2 has like a super sexy form factor. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about it. But even that camera's running for about $300, which is a little steep for a not 4K camera. Don't get me wrong, the image quality looks decent, but still a little steep for me, just a little bit. So looking back at the DJI Osmo Action, which is running for $200, again, the big question is it still worth it in 2021? This almost 2-year-old camera does shoot great quality footage. Like right out of camera, it's really good. You could just press record and go. You don't really have to set up anything to get good quality 4K footage. The colors are on point, the skin tones, thank you, DJI. The DJI does a great job of not looking GoPro-y. Hear me out, hold on, hear me out. And now if you use the GoPro, you know what I'm talking about. And my guess for this is that DJI makes incredible drones. And their drones don't have a GoPro feel to them either. It shoots up to 4K 60, 240 frames per second in 1080p. And not gonna lie, it definitely brought something new to the table with that new front-facing screen. But is it worth it? I mean, Insta360's pumping out cameras like ski balls. The Go 2 itself, you can just stick to anything. And then the GoPro Hero 9 also has a front-facing screen. But Sky, what about vlogging with this thing in 2021? Glad you asked. Does it vlog good in 2021? I have to say, a big fat yes. Personally, the DJI Osmo Action looks the best out of any action camera I've ever used. And I've used a lot of them. Because most of the time, action cameras look too much like, they just look too GoPro-y. And I don't like that. I was never a big fan of the GoPro look. And I think DJI changed that. But what they were lacking on is the audio quality. Which makes sense because they make great cameras for their drone, but their drones don't record audio. But a quick fix to this is buy the adapter and get an external mic. So right now you're listening to the onboard mic, which I think is pretty crap, to be honest. I mean, come on, DJI. But again, makes sense. But now, and just like that, you're connected to the microphone. So how does it sound with the external microphone? I think it sounds pretty good, right? Right? Yeah, it should sound pretty good. Even though it's kind of loud out, I'm sure you guys can hear me very well with the Rode Wireless Go. And the Rode Wireless Go just worked perfectly for this type of camera. So yeah, I have to say that it Ooh, boba. And there you go. Next question. I mean, but seriously though, this thing is actually really good. And I'm actually surprised at how good the colors and the skin tones look. And again, for being an almost 2-year-old camera, this thing has never frozen on me. GoPro, guys, I'm telling you, I bought a GoPro Hero 8 and a Hero 9, and I couldn't take it. I can't take the freezing and the slow interface. Like, guys, come on, guys, you know me, come on. And at first, I thought it was just me, but then when I dug deep and looked more into it, it seems like everybody's having this problem. GoPro, come on, man. And also another big problem for me with the Hero 8 and Hero 9s was the interface. It was so slow, which brings me to the next point of the UI interface on this thing is as smooth as butter. Picking your modes, playing back video, adjusting the brightness, adjusting the volume, smooth as butter. Butter, DJI Osmo Action. And this is DJI Osmo Action's interface. Now, if you use GoPros, you're gonna think this is sped up. This is not sped up. I promise to God, this is not sped up. Up, boom, interface. Look at this. It's insane. Look, here you wanna switch, look at it. Swiping up from the right, adjust to the volume. Swiping up and down from the left, adjust to the brightness. Smooth as butter. Smooth as butter on your butt cheeks. Smooth. It's smooth. Now, the thing about GoPros though is they kill it in stabilization. So, is the DJI Osmo Action any good with stabilization? Quick stabilization test. Light jog test for the stabilization. How's that look? Oh, don't get hit by a car. That was steep. Oh, stairs are quite steep. Huh? And now, doing a stabilization test, I was actually going like this a lot and like this, and it actually held up nicely. So I have to say, DJI image stabilization, you know what? I think for 2021, the DJI Osmo Action does have decent stabilization. Not better than the GoPros, but it's pretty good. Next question, does it slow-mo though? Right? I think the slow motion is pretty good. I do think one of the downsides with the slow motion is that GoPro's been doing 120 frames a second, I believe in 2.7K, while this only does 240 in 1080. Don't quote me on that, because I returned both of those GoPros. So, yeah, gotta step it up. Now real quick guys, if you like what you're seeing so far, hit that like button because it helps out the channel a lot. I mean, that YouTube, you know how the YouTube algorithm is. You know how it is. So hit that like button. But yeah, let's get back into this thing. But Sky, if there is something that you can point out that's bad about it, what would that be? Glad you asked. Because the DJI Osmo Action is almost 2 years old, there are some cons. The first one being the slow start record. Once you press it, it seems like it takes a good 5-6 seconds just to start recording. I mean, you could literally see something juicy, press record, and 5 seconds, it's gone, and you missed the juice. Nobody likes missing the juice, DJI. Another con for the DJI Osmo Action is no horizon leveling. Now, at the time, I didn't even know about horizon leveling, I'm gonna be honest. But when the GoPro had it, and then now you see it on the Insta360 Go 2, it's like, maybe you wanna have horizon leveling in in all action cameras. Like seriously, horizon leveling is a must-have. I mean, now that I know about it, I can't unsee it. If you don't know what horizon leveling is, don't worry. I got you, pimp. It's basically when you could just turn the camera like this and all you see is this. Genius. DJI Osmo Action 2, horizon leveling. Please, just for me, forget everybody else. Just for me. And another con for me has to be the field of view crop when you turn on Rocksteady. Rocksteady is DJI's image stabilization, and as soon as you turn it on, it's good. But the crop is so noticeable. That's just too much, just too much, come on. And last but not least, the thing that I don't like about the DJI Osmo Action is the audio quality. But this can be a little subjective, just because I noticed that if you don't have this thing in a case, the audio is actually really good. Which is weird because you're kind of gonna need a case to mount this to things. So the audio should be just as good with a case on it than it is without a case on it. But luckily, you can always use an external mic. I personally use the Rode Wireless Go, and it is perfect for this camera. Just because you don't want to add too much to the camera, then it kind of defeats the point of being a small action camera, even though it is looking kind of thick nowadays.
Got it!
But to bring this back to the main point, is this camera worth it in 2021? Now I have to say, since the DJI Osmo Action 2 is not around, and comparing it to the GoPro Hero 9, I have to say yes. Because remember, it's only $200 and the footage looks amazing. The GoPro Hero 9 on the other hand is like $450, I believe. And the footage looks great too, minus the skin tone sometimes. I don't know what they're doing. But overall, the footage looks amazing, but it's still $450. But those are my personal opinions. Personally, I really do like the camera, and if you don't, you can just nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I do like the camera, and I do think it's worth it in 2021. Again, you get an amazing footage straight out of camera. Stabilization is actually really good too as well, minus that crop. Next question. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I would love to know what you guys think about the DJI Osmo Action in 2021. Do you have one? Do you want to buy one? Are you considering buying one? And if you do have one, how has it worked out for you? Leave it in the comments below because I would love to know. But anyway, guys, that's all we got today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button because you are boss. If you're new and this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button because we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Holy cow, it's coming. It's coming quick. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button if you're new, and hit that like button because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. So hit that like button. Thank you again for watching, and if you haven't already, go ahead and check out some of these other videos that I have so you can see more of this face. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video, and check out the next video.